Hi, Catherine. How you doing? All right. I love this piece. I think this is super interesting. The Russian doll. I think the caption is just nails it. There is no out there for a Russian doll. That's just so appropriate. I love it. Um, One thing that I'm seeing here is these digital techniques. We see this kind of transparency is being used here. Does that affect the design in the way that it's perceived by the viewer? I mean, it's very digital. I think we can make that obvious distinction based on these transparencies. If this were a digital piece, and I'm sorry, if this were an analog piece, and we weren't able to use these kind of transparencies, we know they're transparencies. Now, this technique can be duplicated in an analog process by using different hues and values associated with those hues. However, here this is transparency definitely. So in this particular piece, how would this piece be perceived if it was done analog without this kind of obvious transparency? The other thing I want to address is this, and I want your take on this. Is this even responsible design right here? I know it's clip art and I know it's geared towards kids, and that is probably one of my main concerns about this piece. I don't think it's responsible design, and I'm going to tell you why. If you take a look at this, it's directed towards children, right? So there's some things happening in this piece that are problematic, I think, in terms of children learning from everything they see and do. And we know children do. They learn from everything. That's why as adults we just have to be so careful around kids. I mean, when our kids were young, you have the situation of adults with kids in a room, and adults tend to swear to express themselves at times, and before you know it, and I remember when when my kids were little, they would pick up things from conversations, seemingly innocuous conversations, and then you would start hearing them using the same words. That's just scary. The point is that we have to be responsible 100% of the time when it's dealing with children, because children are sponges. They pick up what they're exposed to. So my question in this piece, and the reason I say is this even responsible design, there's a couple of things happening in this piece that I think are really problematic based on the target. Number one is the bus driver. The bus driver is looking out the side of the window like the kids are, right? He's looking out the side of the window, which indicates he's not watching the road. There's puffs of smoke coming out the back of the bus, indicating the bus is in motion. So he's driving without looking. That's a problem. Another problem is based on the placement of the teacher. She's going to get hit by that bus. You can see that she's placed not away from the center line, but right on the center line. She is in direct path of the bus. And I think, again, that's problematic. Move her over here, and that would alleviate that problem. Even move her up in the composition so that the illusion is that her feet fall before the street, indicating that she is not in the path of the bus. So my question in this is this irresponsible design based on the target audience? All right, great job, great writing. Again, fantastic job expressing your opinions and your thoughts on good and bad design. So I'm super pleased with this post. Thank you so much. Looking forward to your responses. All right, thanks, Susan. I just said thanks, Susan. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Catherine.